Oh yeah. Fucking right. We'll get to those in a minute, but it's mail day. Holy. You guys are looking at about $170 worth of parts sitting right here. I shit you not. We got some air filters, some newspaper, more newspaper. What do we got here? We got a pre-filter. We got another air filter for the mini mower, head gasket for the Husqvarna, newspaper, fuel line to have in stock, oil filter, coal air filter with a pre-filter, spark plugs, and more oil filters. Holy, and I still got more to come. Shit don't come cheap these days, that's for damn sure. But I do get a pretty good deal on these oil filters, I must say. I think they're like 6 for 20 bucks, or $5 a piece. But as you can see, we got some other shit going on here. Holy. Well, I guess I'm standing right here, so I'll just work my way out. I think my battery's about to die, but Craftsman, I think it's a LT 4000 or so. Kohler motor 15, junk, blown up. Hydro rear end, chopped. Deck completely rotted. We're going to be chopping this one. John Deere, all we bought it for was the rear end. Everything else going to get chopped. It's got the electronic PTO. Motor seized, deck is junk. Seat we're going to use for the other one. Yard machines, MTD, junk, choppable. We're going to be chopping it, rotted out, saving the deck, saving the deck, saving the rear end. We're going to be putting this motor in the Outdoors White because the Outdoors White motor is completely pooched. So that's going to go in there. And this is a 99. Should bolt up fine. Next up, my zero turn. Finally. Arian zero turn. 14 horse Vanguard. Don't know what the story behind it is. All I know it's going to need 2 new front tires. A new motor. Well, I don't know what's wrong with the motor yet. So we're going to figure that out. Let's get the electronic PTO. So I see we got the little deluxe seats there too. Awesome. So this will be this weekend's project, but today I gotta chop all 3 of these up and put a rear end in that John Deere by the end of the day. Oh yeah. And it's 2 o'clock right now. I've been up since 7 o'clock. I never get up that early. And welcome to my day. Oh yeah. It's going to be one of those kind of days. Chop chop. Tomorrow we're going to bring a load of scrap in. Right now my truck is already filled with scrap. Last night I went around a little bit scrappy. Sure enough, found some scrap metals. Found a bed frame and a couple of other stuff. Then probably tomorrow we're going to end up probably doing about 2 scrap runs. And then this weekend I also got to pick up another washer. I got to pick up a dryer, hot water tank, and a stove. Awesome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you guys are probably wondering what we all paid for this. Well, you're looking at 300. Was it 300? Yeah, 300 for all 4 tractors, and well, pretty much we'll be able to get our money back. I pretty much paid 150 for that thing. I don't own any of these tractors. The other guy there, Dwayne, he owns them. I only own that one for 150, but I pretty much got the thing for free considering all the scrap that I'm going to be hauling in tomorrow. Oh yeah. I love this kind of day. I love chopping tractors. It's a hell of a lot better than fixing them. I'd rather chop up tractors all day than fixing them. Oh yeah. This thing must be like a Chevy or a Dodge or something. It's just rusting away. Holy. You would have never thought. Oh yeah. Well, here's one of them hint/tip/reminders. Usually when I get these tractors in, 99.9% of the time the battery is completely fried, and they're usually dead. So I end up just cutting the wires. Well, this battery actually is still good. And it made one hell of a spark with the bolt cutters. Oh yeah. You know, I just usually come in here, clip the clip here and there, and well, I cut that main wire there, and bzzz, nice that spark unit. Awesome. I love it when that happens. Not really. See if the PTO's good. Oh yeah. Sweet. Yep, that was something more than I wanted to experience for today. Holy. See, I put my foot down on there. Oh yeah. I love it when the motor just spins over and there's little or no compression. Blown up, I tell you, she blown. Looks like the head gasket's blown too. Nope, maybe not. Yeah, a little bit. Junk, I tell you. Kohler engines, junk. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that, another Kohler. Seized! All these Kohlers, guys, I've noticed they like to seize up. I don't know what the deal is. They usually blow smoke or they seize up. They usually don't throw a rod too often, but yeah. Holy. Oh yeah. Well, there was someone's tractor a few seconds ago. Or for you guys anyway. So, it took me about an hour to chop that bitch up and yeah. Had some problems along the way. Usually it doesn't take me that long. Usually it takes me about 45 minutes. But I had a little snag on a few spots. Just mainly the motor. These bolts that were in the motor. Well, I've never quite seen any bolt on a motor mount that small. Very, very small. Only it's a 3/8 bolt. So that was different. And I had a little problem getting the deck off. The deck got stuck on me. But what I usually do first, guys, is I usually pop the deck off, get that off. Then what I'll do is I'll flip the tractor over. Well, actually, let me back that up. First thing I immediately do is cut the battery, cut all the wires in the motor. Then I'll come over. I'll take the gas tank out, whether it's in the rear or the front. This time it's in the rear, and actually I take off the whole back fender to get at it. So those are what the basic things I do first. Get all the cables and shit off and all the gas lines. Then I take the deck off, and then once the deck's off I can have easy access to the motor, pop the motor off, and then after the motor I work on the rear end and pop that off. Then the rear end, and then I'll pop the tires off separate. Usually what I do for the front axles here is I don't bother even unscrewing them. I usually I just usually cut that little piece that goes up and across and into there. And if someone asked me for one, I usually would give them one because I actually have a few up there and a few up there. I do save them every now and then, but lately this year, because I have so many of them, I've been just cutting them off. Due to the fact that this is an older model, it's probably 90 style. This had the one center bolt there. And usually they just have the 4 on each side, and I just drop the front axle that way. But this one here is a little bit different, which isn't a big deal. Just the older style, that's all. But some of the stuff what you're gonna want to save when chopping up a bad tractor, the most common parts are usually if like my case here, the deck's bad and the motor's bad. I usually save the starter. Starter's pretty common. Exhaust, very common in this state. This had the electronic PTO option, which is awesome. Easy $60 on eBay. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to pop off the covers here, and I'm going to save all the mandrels, all the little spindles here, the mandrels, the main 3 blade ones, because people are always fucking breaking those things every day of the week. If the deck's even good, I usually sell the deck separate for about 80 bucks. Depending on what size. This is a 46. If this was a good deck, I'd probably get about 100 bucks for it. Maybe 120 if it's really clean. For a 42 inch cable style, 80. If it's the long pull style, mid 90s, I usually get about 60 bucks for those. Rear ends. This rear end over here came out of a different tractor. Usually get about 100 bucks for this rear end because you can actually put a hydrostatic foot drive model on this one. This one here is a little bit different one. This one here will probably sell for about 80 bucks. It's a little bit different. Not a lot of people are looking for these. So there's that. I never really save the fenders, never really save the hoods, never save the foot pads. I don't save the steering wheels anymore, guys. I got lofts full of them. Same with the dashes. Never really had any of those break. Flywheels on the motors, I never save those. No one looks for those really. I mean, that's just some of the stuff. The front tires and the rear tires, people are always looking for those. I'm always saving those, but unfortunately, the front tires are good, but the rear tires are junk. Well, on the other side they were junk, but yeah, so that's just some of the stuff that I usually save when I don't save. Next, what I'll do is I'll come in here with the bolt cutters again, continue cutting all the copper wire and saving them. Usually what you want to do is if you're first starting out, save as many parts as possible, like the steering column, save the entire dash. Pretty much it's actually saving an entire tractor until you completely chopped it up, you know. I mean, a lot of people do look for oddball shit. Luckily, I mean, I got boxes and boxes and shed-fulls of tractor parts. I mean, I can build pretty much a whole tractor out of all the shit that I have, even with the frame. I mean, I don't even save the frame, guys. I just junk it. There's no market for the shit. Only certain stuff. This John Deere, pretty much we're not even going to be saving a thing out of this. The only thing we're saving is the rear axle that is going on the other John Deere, the seat which is going on the other John Deere. Don't think we're going to be saving the gas tank. I've never really seen a John Deere gas tank go bad. I usually save the Craftsman gas tanks, the rear gas tanks, and the front gas tanks. Due to the fact this motor is seized, I'm pretty much only going to be saving the starter, the carburetor, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, if you really want to, you could probably save the rest of the shit, but like I said, guys, I don't really have the market for it. If I can, once I get the motor off, I'm going to be saving the exhaust pipe as well, because it's pretty decent exhaust on it. So, but the tires are junk on it. No sense in saving the rims. They're pretty rusty. Deck's pretty rusty looking. I'm just going to save the mandrels like I said before. And like I said, the rear end's going on the other John Deere. And this actually did come with the bagger unit, but we pretty much junked the other half of the bagger unit because it was all broken. And, well, I just kind of sort of saved the bags because the bags are always rotted out and stuff. So, yeah, but hopefully that'll help you out, whoever chops up tractors like what I do. This thing going to focus today? There it is. I mean, this is pretty much what I do pretty much once a week. This week was kind of surprising because we chopped up so many tractors within this week. Let's see, we did one Saturday, we did one last week. So about one tractor a week, but this is actually a gift for me. We're doing 4 tractors this week that we're chopping up, and next week we're getting more tractors, and it's like, holy, we're getting pretty good deals lately on tractors. And this one company that we get them from is literally just, we're paying $50 a tractor. So we're not really going to complain about the price. I mean, we'll stockpile them if we have to. I mean, we have the money now. We might as well put the money in the bank pretty much, you know. We'll be getting a really big Husqvarna zero-turn sit-down mower. It was going to be the one that I was originally going to buy over the Ariens, but the dude wants a little bit too much. He wants like $400. But what I do with my lawn, I really don't need that big of a machine. So that's why I just took the Ariens as a little yard beater. I mean, the Husqvarna's very clean. Once we're all done fixing it, we're probably going to get around the market of $2,500 for it. We're waiting for the original owner to get back with us. He wanted $500. We put an offer in of $400 in. We already have a motor saved for it, so we're going to see what happens there. We got a Craftsman LT1000, the silver type, the more newer style. That'll be coming in soon. We're going to dump a 20-horse Kohler Pro V twin motor in that one. We're going to be chopping up another tractor. That'll be coming in soon. I mean, guys, we got tractors coming in pretty constant now on a basis. I mean, 90% of the, almost, I want to say 85% of the tractors we've been getting in, we've been chopping, and we just sell the parts on eBay and Craigslist, you know. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get this deck chopped up and start working on the Deere. Oh, yeah. I feel bad for the previous owner who left this tractor there. I mean, I told him not to park the tractor there. Jesus Christ. People just won't listen. Listen. Another Deere down the drain. Holy. That took a little bit longer than most of them. It was about an hour and 20 minutes. Exact. Actually, it's an hour 21. But yeah, holy. John Deere to the dump. Should where it belongs. Like this thing is just. Oh. Look at like the friggin' squiggles and shit. Like you see the layers. We gotta save some of this for Pisser. Like I said, guys, I got a little goodie bag going for Pisser. It's not just rust. That's tractor rust right there. Holy. But yeah, it was not easy taking this tractor apart. I got hung up mainly on the exhaust bolt that holds the motor in, because it was like intermingled underneath there, and you have little to no room to friggin' get a wrench in there or an air ratchet, which is kind of sort of buried. So that wasn't simple. And then taking the transmission out and the deck off. The deck wasn't easy either. Holy. But both these friggin' spindles seized up. I thought I could maybe just pop them, but no, they're seized. And that Craftsman deck there, I couldn't even get the spindles off because they kept on snapping the bolts. So I said, fuck it. But yeah, 2 tractors down, 1 to go. Holy, it's now 4:22, I bet. Maybe 4:23. Bet it's 4:23. Let's see. Oh, who's good? 4:23. But we're gonna clean this mess up here. Throw that in the scrap pile. Throw that in the scrap pile. Then we're on to the Yardman. It's not a bad looking Yardman, surprisingly. But it's just so rotted out in the back. Seat's gone. Battery cable's already cut. Awesome. Awesome. Totally awesome. I need that. Oh yeah. Well, it's the last tractor of the day. This Yard Machines. Next little clip you'll see of it. It won't be existent. Alright, so this is what's left of the tractors. Pretty much that's about it. Tomorrow we'll go drop off all the scrap metal. And pretty much until tomorrow, guys. Don't leave your tractor outside or else I'll take it and then chop it up like this thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking rights. Turns out the motor on this thing is not seized. The belts are just completely intermingled underneath. Holy shit. Friggin' the belts are all fucked up. I love it when that happens. Yes. Score! Got myself a Briggs Vanguard and a 0 turn. Fucking rights, I can't wait to get that thing running.